Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I've decided to do a set using this foil and acrylic. I just absolutely love this foil and I've had it for quite a while now and obviously still haven't got around to using it yet. So I thought, do you know what, let's do a set with it. So I'm going to have two of these nails are going to be a full nail of the foil. So I'm just going to go ahead and do those first. So like I said, this is an acrylic set. So obviously if you're doing this on a person, for the full acrylic nails, full foil nails, sorry, you wouldn't just apply the full foil to the tip. You'd do your whole acrylic application, file to shape, refine, and then apply your gel. But there's absolutely no point me wasting acrylic on display tips just to cover it up with, what's it called? With foil anyway, for you to not be able to see the acrylic underneath. So I am just going to apply this to the tips like this, but obviously if you're doing this as a full set on somebody, obviously as an acrylic set, then you would apply it to the acrylic. So I'm going to put those into the lamp. I'm using Foil Me from Sparkle Supplies UK. This is my absolute favourite foil gel ever. If you ever see me using foil gel, this is always the one it is. I don't ever change it between anything else because this is my absolute favourite out of all the ones that I've tried. It is amazing and you get perfect full coverage every single time I use it. So I'm using that one. I'm doing 2 full nails and this foil is from Diamond Glitters. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got holographic silver in the background, which is just stunning. So alongside that, I'm going to show you everything else I'm going to be using now, just while waiting for these to come out of the lamp. So I'm going to be using this glitter from Sparkle Supplies UK, if I can get the lid off. And it is called Dove, D-O-V-E. It's a beautiful holographic silver. And it was in my most recent haul, so I thought might as well use it. And then another one that I've got recently is this from Tears Beauty, which is called the Luminous Shards. And I'm going to pop some of those on as well within the silver glitter. So I'm using the silver because obviously this has got some silver in the background, so it'll be perfect and they'll match really well. So I'm just popping the other one in the lamp while I do this one. So I'm just going to place, first of all I'm going to cut some of this foil up because I don't like using the foil like with one massive piece of it. So I just find cutting some off makes it a lot easier to maneuver. And then I'm just going to place the foil over the nail and then just flatten it down, making sure it's all nice and flat and stuck. And then instead of using this and holding that, I'm just holding the tip itself, else it will probably lift off it and cause me some problems. So I'm just making sure that everything is nice and stuck. If I was to do this over an acrylic nail, I'd either do the acrylic underneath in a colour similar to the design itself, or I would do the acrylic, then pop a coat of gel polish that was a colour similar, and then do this on top. But obviously because the base of these is already white, I'm just doing it on top of there. 2 tiny little bits up there that haven't caught on yet, and a little tiny bit up there. I don't think I actually applied any there, which is unhelpful, but what can you do? That'll do anyway. Perfect. So that is that nail. So all we're going to do with this nail now is just top coat. I'm using the Model Ones lipstick one, just because, like I keep mentioning, I do have 2 of them, so it's handy. That's got a bit of blue tack on it from underneath, which is not ideal. There we go. So just making sure to cover it all completely so it's nice and protected, and then also making sure to cap as well. I'm going to pop that one into the lamp. Okay, so we're going to do the second full foil nail now. I'm just going to use the other half of this. I'm going to go about there. And then I'm just going to do the exact same thing and just make sure that it's all nice and stuck. So I'm just going down the side walls, or what would be if it was a nail, around the cuticle area to really make sure that that's all stuck. You can also use your nail or finger or whatever, or a silicone tool, whatever you've got, you can use that to make sure it's all pushed down and you've got pressure all over. It's actually really fiddly doing it on the display tip. It's much easier on a real person, but there you go. And then I'm just going to peel it back slowly. As you can see there, look, there is a little strip that's not actually adhered. So I'm just going to go over that, rub it down, and then it will, oh gosh, and then it will attach, she says. So I'm just going to put this about where it needs to be. That wasn't there, but never mind, it's fine. It's only a display tip. And I'm just going to push down, put a bit more pressure on it this time. Lift it up slowly. If there's any more, I can just push it back down again. Display tips are so fiddly, and keeping my phone focused all at the same time is proving really difficult. Okay, so I've just top coated that one. I'm just getting my acrylic ready now. I am going to be using Magpie Beauty's Ice Queen, which is a clear, just because I have a lot of it and I need to get rid of it basically. So I am going to start using that just for the display tips, so I can keep my Tia's Beauty powders that I use on clients like free for actual clients. And then I'm going to be using Naked, which is from Tia's Beauty. And then obviously these. So I've popped some of the shards into this little lid here just to make it easier to pick them up, because putting a brush into this bottle is not going to end well. I'm also going to be using my Sparkle Supplies UK acrylic brush. This is in my most recent haul from them. And I just thought I'd give it a go. So I've given it a little fluff through to make sure that there's no adhesive left in there and it's ready to use. I'm just going to grab my liquid. So I've saturated my brush in the liquid just to make sure that there's no air bubbles in it or anything. And then what I'm going to do next is just, actually no I didn't, it's alright, I forgot which way around I was doing things. So all I'm doing on this one is applying the glitters. So for that, because the glitter that I'm going to be using, this one, Dove, because it's a chunky, I always like to have a fine glitter underneath. So I will be using a fine silver acrylic powder from Tia's, and it's called Diamond. I say fine, it's not fine, it's actually like a medium mix, but I'm going to basically be mixing that with the chunky one. So I'm just using the Diamond glitter to be able to apply my chunkier mix, because it's all hollow silver anyway, so it all goes together fine. Can never have too much glitter, so we might as well just pile it on. So I'm just making sure that everywhere is covered and we've not got any gaps, especially because this display tip is white. I don't want any white poking through, because white is not part of this set. So I've just realised it's not focused on that, I'm really sorry. So I'm also just going to pick up some of the iridescent flakes as well and add them over the top, because they give it like a sort of, I don't know if you can tell, I don't think you can because I've not put all that many on yet, but they give it a sort of just a completely different effect, to be honest. I'm not sure whether you can really see it or not. It'd be helpful if it was actually focused, wouldn't it? But they just, yeah, they make it a little bit different and I like that. So I'm going to be applying these like throughout the design as well. Just to give it a bit of something extra, because like I said, you can never have too much glitter, and I absolutely love those shards, so I just wanted to do a set including those because they are absolutely beautiful. So I'm just, while the acrylic is still like wet before it's set, I'm just making sure that I'm picking everything up to add it all on while it's still setting. It's really irritating me that it keeps going out of focus, so I'm just going to move these shards over here because I think that's what it's focusing on. Just going to wipe off my brush because we don't want to get any left in there. I'm just going to continue to keep adding the product and then adding the glitter on top of the product, and then also adding the shards within as well. Making sure I'm going right up to the edge as well with it, because obviously we don't want any areas that are not covered, because then they're just going to look really random. I don't want too many larger pieces on there to make it really bulky, because it's not necessary with just on a practice tip. Okay, so just going to pop them on, then pop a few more of the shards in there. Just loading my brush up and then just basically patting them down onto the nail. Okay. I want you, there we go. So I'm just going to apply some more shards now, just shards, not actual glitter. So I'm just going into my clear, then straight into my shards, and then basically just painting them on. I'll try and capture like the look that they give. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to, but it is just something else. Absolutely love it. So I don't know if you can see where the shards are, but it gives like a sort of like a stained glass effect because they're so different and they reflect a lot differently to the holographic glitters that are on it. So it's really nice. I like having a mixture of like different types of glitter. I think they go together really well when you have a mixture. So that's that nail. It's just going to be a full glitter, so we're just going to leave that one for now, and obviously it will set, and then I'll be able to, what's it called, cap it, and then obviously we'll top coat together at the end. So the two nails that are left are going to be pretty similar but not the same, so I'm going to do like one of them in a bit more detail and then just quickly do the other one because they are going to be the same, just opposite ways round. So if I was doing this on an actual nail, again, I would apply my base, or if this was a tip, then I'd apply this foil gel to the tip, and then it wouldn't be a problem, but probably best to still do your clear base because you're going to want to file it down next time. So clear base, and then obviously wait for that to set. I can't do two things at once. I'm absolutely useless at multitasking, obviously, but yeah, you'd wait for that to set. And then apply your, you could always file that as well if you want to make sure it's nice and neat. I'm just lazy, so I wouldn't, but yeah, you could then file that so it's nice and smooth. I'm just going to have a look to see how similar these actually are. Yeah, close enough. So I'm just going to pop those in the lamp. So I've just done like a diagonal sort of design on those ones. I'm going to pop those into the lamp, and then the idea is, sorry, my phone absolutely hates gold. It can never like understand gold, so it goes really dull and a bit strange when gold is in a video. So yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now. I need to stop going off on a tangent, don't I? So yeah, you do your clear base as normal for your like an acrylic design, and then you'd apply your foil gel on top of where you want the foil to go on the clear base, and then apply your foil and then do the next step, which I'm about to show you. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got some foil cut off again for this step. I don't need quite as much as last time, but I'm just going to cut off a piece big enough. So I've got this much here ready for when that comes out of the lamp, and then we're going to just apply it to the areas that I've put the foil gel. Okay, so when they come out of the lamp, I'm just going to go ahead and apply my foil. So I'm just going to do the usual, like place it on, rub it in sort of thing. I feel like you've seen me apply foil way too many times on this channel. I'm just going to quickly do it off camera because it's pretty annoying having to do it under the lamp and the phone and everything. So I'm just going to peel off that when it's attached. Okay, so once I've done that, we have got a bit missing down the bottom, but that's what happens when you're lazy with applying your foil gel. And then I'm just going to apply this one over here. Okay, so now I've done that step, I've applied my foil. I am just going to now go in with Naked from Tia's Beauty. I'm sorry if you can hear that tapping noise in the background. My dog has just woken up and decided to come and find me. So he's having a little mooch around, see what's going on in here. I'm just going to apply my core colour now. Using this tiny brush for such a big nail is really not proving to be very good at the moment, but it's fine. I like the brush though, as far as the brush goes. I actually do like it. Just going to get rid of that sparkle. I'm not too worried about like creating a fade or anything like that. This bit that I'm doing now is literally purely just for colour. Just put this bit of tissue here because I keep picking up bits of glitter, so I need a non-glitter kitchen roll. So I'm not covering everything and I don't mean to. So I am just going to apply this to the bottom of both the nails. Super easy, like literally just applying it. You can fade it over if you like or not. Like the design that I'm doing, I don't need to fade it. Whereas you could have done this like an ombre sort of effect. Obviously I'm going to be adding glitter just to tie all this in with the other nails, so I don't need to make sure it blends, but you could always do a blend down here so you can't see that line. That's always a good idea. But I'm not doing that. I am just applying it just as colour for the bottom area, and then I will come back when I've done that. Okay, once I've finished applying my cover powder, I am now just going to go back in with the glitters. So I'm going to go in with diamond first, and I'm going to apply a little bit, just a little bit, like just enough. Not really worried about the colour this time as such. Like I just want enough to like obviously put a little bit of silver on there, but also just make the surface tacky and wet enough for my loose glitters to sit on. So I'm just applying those, making sure to cover the line where the foil meets the cover colour. I'm going to make it quite thick because obviously it's a chunky glitter, so we want enough space to be able to get some of the chunky pieces. And then I'm also just adding some bits of the shards as well. I have also, just in case I forget to mention it, popped a really thin amount of clear on the base of these on top of the foil, because the foil, if you drag acrylic over it, it can have a few issues. Best way to stop that, which I should have done, but obviously I am lazy when it comes to display tips because I'm not actually on real people, but obviously I should explain it because the whole point of you watching these is probably to do it on real people, not on display tips. But I would top coat the foil before anything, so gel top coat the foil before going over with any acrylic. This will seal it in and make sure it's nice and secure and it's not going to bleed or anything like that. And then once you've done that, just cure it, and then you can go over the top with your acrylic application then. I'd say that's the best way to do it, so definitely do that if you're doing it on a real person. I should have included it in here, but I just didn't think at the time, so apologies. So once I've applied those areas, all there is left to do is wait for it to set, and then also obviously we will need to cap to keep everything safe when it comes to filing. Just pushing those bits in a bit. Perfect, so that's those two. Let's just see if they're similar enough. I am going to bring the silver down on this one just ever so slightly, just with diamond, just bring it a little bit lower. That's better. So we're going to wait for those to set, and then we're going to obviously encapsulate and top coat. I've already encapsulated this middle one, so the set is coming together now. And then obviously I will cap these two, file those three, and then we can top coat and see the finished outcome. Okay, while we wait for the other two to what am I trying to say? To set, that's the word I'm looking for. I'm just going to get this one finished while we're waiting because I'm getting bored and I really want to see how sparkly this one is. So I've just wiped over with acetone after filing and making sure it's all nice and smooth. I'm so excited to see this shiny, I really am. So I'm just going to go in with my no wipe top coat and we're just going to see, wow, the magic happen. These shards are beautiful. Like obviously the glitter and the premix glitter and everything else involved in this nail is beautiful, but those shards just give it something else. Like they really, oh my gosh, I'm making such a mess at the moment. Those shards just really just bring everything together. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at this. I'm not sure whether you can see them, but they're just amazing. Love them. It's just beautiful. So that one is now cured and finished. It's absolutely stunning. And then this is what we're looking like at the moment. We've just got these two end ones that we're waiting to set, and then I'm going to file them and then put a bit of acetone on, and then we can finally top coat them and see how the set turned out. Okay, we're all ready for top coat now, so I'm going to pop some top coat on the two that need it, and then we can see how the set has turned out. I have actually done one like in the midst of like waiting for this set to like set and dry and like all sorts of different things that we've been waiting for throughout. I have done I've done one nail to show you the difference between top coating the foil and not top coating the foil, just so you can see what difference it makes, if any. So we'll do a little comparison. I just need to quickly finish that one off, but here is this set. Obviously if I'd have actually done full coverage on the bottoms of these, it would look much better, but I am overall pretty happy with how they turned out. I absolutely love this combination of different glitters and stuff, but then I do love this set anyway, so it is beautiful. So I'm just going to show you that other nail now. So this is the difference between ones that the one on the left has been top coated prior to me covering with clear acrylic, and then the one on the right wasn't top coated. Obviously just ignore the patches, that was just my rubbish application of the foil gel. But as you can see here at the bottom, this one is much clearer, so that is how much better it is when you apply top coat to the foil and then go in with your acrylic application. I have only obviously done that on one of the nails, so the other one isn't like that, but you can definitely see the difference. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different than what I've done on my channel before, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye.